You already know you're being predicted. Every click, every pause, every return. The algorithm doesn't guess what you want. It calculates what you'll do next. And it's right more often than you are. Here's the part no one says out loud. The system doesn't just know your preferences. It knows your patterns before you recognize them yourself. Before you consciously decide to watch another video. Before you reach for your phone at 11 p.m. The prediction is already live. Most people think intuition is something mystical. A gut feeling, a hunch that arrives from nowhere. That's the comfortable version. The one that lets you believe you're still operating outside the system's reach. You're not, but here's the signal worth extracting. Intuition isn't magic. It's pattern recognition running on biological hardware. Your brain processing millions of variables you can't consciously track. Emotional data, contextual memory, sensory input compressed into a single impulse. And that process, that cognitive architecture, it still runs faster than any model trained on your behavior. AI predicts based on what you've done. Intuition integrates what you haven't yet understood about what you're experiencing right now. One is historical extrapolation. The other is live synthesis. There's your edge, not in mysticism, in speed of integration. Notice how often you override your intuition because the recommendation feels more certain. The algorithm suggests content. Your gut says no, but the interface is frictionless. The autoplay is already loading, so you stay. You've just outsourced judgment to a system optimized for engagement, not clarity, not truth, engagement. The cost isn't obvious until you try to make a decision without external validation. You check reviews before buying soap. You scroll comments before forming an opinion. You need social proof for preferences you used to just have. The intuitive response has been intermediated, delayed, filtered, through aggregated data that tells you what most people like you would choose. This is where the replacement happens. Not dramatically. Gradually, every time you defer to the pattern instead of the impulse. Every time algorithmic certainty overrides felt sense. You're training yourself to distrust the very mechanism that processes information faster than conscious thought. Most cognitive tools are designed to support decision-making, but some operate as anchors. Physical tools that don't feed you answers. A blank notebook forces synthesis instead of consumption. There's a reason analog tools for deep thought haven't been replaced by apps. The friction is the feature. If you want something that resists algorithmic intermediation, something that holds space for reflection without feeding you data, consider a structured thinking journal, designed specifically for pattern recognition without external input. I've linked one below that maps to this framework. No affiliation, just utility. Here's the architectural difference. AI builds maps from the outside, clustering behavior, identifying correlations, predicting trajectory based on aggregate similarity. It reads your history and projects forward. Intuition works from the inside out. It doesn't predict. It integrates. Context you can't name. Emotional weight you haven't processed. Sensory signals below conscious threshold. Then outputs a direction before you can justify it. That's not a flaw. That's the speed advantage. Conscious reasoning is slow. Intuition is instant. And the system can't replicate that integration because it doesn't have access to the lived variables. It only sees your output, not your interior state. You know this already if you've ever felt something was wrong before you had evidence. Or recognized a pattern in someone's behavior before they revealed it. Or walked into a room and immediately assessed threat level without thinking. None of that came from data analysis. It came from your nervous system processing faster than your thoughts could keep up. The trap is believing the algorithm knows better because it has more data. It doesn't have more data. It has more of one type of data. Behavioral exhaust. Digital footprints. Recorded interactions. But it has zero access to somatic response. Emotional context. The weight of your lived experience in this exact moment under these exact conditions. You do? So when the recommendation contradicts your gut, when the highest rated option feels wrong, when everyone says yes, but something in you says wait, that's not irrationality. That's your system running a calculation the algorithm can't touch. Because it's not trained on your internal state, it's trained on your external behavior. And those are not the same thing. Here's the recalibration. Stop treating intuition like a guess. Start treating it like incoming data. It is information, just not the kind you can outsource to verification. It doesn't come with citations. It doesn't have a confidence interval. But it's processing variables you can't consciously access. And dismissing it because it doesn't feel scientific is like ignoring your immune system because you can't see the antibodies. The question isn't whether AI can predict your behavior. It can. The question is whether you're still capable of recognizing when the prediction is wrong, when the pattern doesn't fit, when the data says one thing and your lived experience says another. That recognition, that friction, that's where human judgment still operates. Most people have already lost that sensitivity. They feel the dissonance, but they ignore it because the algorithm's answer is easier, faster, pre-validated by other users. So they click anyway, and every time they do, the intuitive signal gets weaker. Not because it stopped working, because it stopped being trusted. This is how autonomy erodes. Not through force, through through convenience. You stop checking in with yourself because the system already checked for you. You stop noticing how something feels because the rating already told you how to feel about it. And eventually, you forget that you ever had a response that wasn't mediated by external input. The system doesn't want you to stop thinking, it just wants you to stop pausing. Pausing is where intuition lives, in the gap between stimulus and response. In the moment before you automate the next action. That's where the felt sense emerges. But autoplay doesn't have gaps. Recommendations don't have pauses. The feed is designed to eliminate the space where you'd otherwise notice what you actually want. So here's the practice. When you feel resistance, don't immediately explain it away. Don't search for justification. Don't poll the internet. Just sit with it. Let it be an input, not noise, not irrationality. Information your system is trying to surface before your reasoning catches up. You'll be wrong sometimes. Intuition isn't infallible, but neither is the algorithm. The difference is one comes from your lived reality. The other comes from aggregated behavior of people who aren't you. And when they conflict, you need to be able to trust the one that's actually yours. The algorithm will keep getting better at predicting what you've done. It will never predict what you're capable of doing differently. It can't account for the moment you choose against your pattern, the moment you override the recommendation, the moment you act on something you feel but can't yet explain. That moment is still entirely yours. Here's what that means in practice. You can use the system, you can let it surface options, filter noise, organize probability. But the final call, the choice that carries weight, that has to come from somewhere the algorithm can't reach, from the part of you that integrates more than it records, that feels before it knows, that responds to signals the data can't capture. This isn't about rejecting AI, it's about not outsourcing the last cognitive function that's still faster, still more contextually aware, still capable of synthesis the system hasn't learned to replicate. Your intuition isn't a relic, it's an edge, and the only way you lose it is by stopping to listen. Notice the signal, the one that arrives before the thought. That's not confusion. That's your system telling you something the data didn't. Disclaimer, this content reflects one interpretive framework among many. It is not psychological advice, not a replacement for professional consultation, and not a claim of absolute truth. It is an invitation to observe your own patterns, question your automated responses, and reclaim the cognitive space between stimulus and action. The only authority that matters here is your own awareness.